Hey, what's up? This is Chosen. It's going to be a Raid Shadow Legends video going over a special Fire Night tournament that's going on right now for the Corrupted Alliance. Now, you can see that we're back to using the nice camera. Am I going to make it through the video? I don't know. I've been troubleshooting this thing all week, been getting blue screens of death and all that. I keep trying new stuff, but we're going to see if we can actually get through this video by using the nice new camera and go over the special Fire Night tournament that's going on right now and whether or not you should be getting after the guaranteed rewards over on the right side and participating. Let's get into it. Alrighty, so meant to do a video on this yesterday, but had to delay it to today because of tech issues like you know about by now if you've been watching my channel. But for the special Fire Night tournament going on right now, this is going to be the last day of it, and we've got a fusion starting tomorrow for Razer, and he does have an interesting passive, and I think some people are going to be interested to go after him. But if you're looking for something to spend resources you have or energy you have saved up or whatever today, I think this Fire Night could be interesting to go after. Now, it's going to be a special tournament where you have to use champions of a certain set of factions, and it's going to be the Corrupted Alliance, which is going to be the third row in the index where you've got Demon Spawn, Undead, Dark Elves, and Knights Revenant. So you're going to have to use champions only from there, and then if you do, you'll start acquiring points to go up the right side of the board and ultimately compete with the people here on the left if you are in a group where it makes sense to kind of go for the win. Now, I expect the participation rate to be somewhere around 10 or 15%. You can see here in my group, we've only got about 10 people that are willing to really put some actual effort into this tournament and get after like 500 or so points. So it should be mostly realistic to win this tournament if you really want to go hard in the paint. But you have to assess, obviously, there's a lot of RNG in this group. Some groups will have nobody even trying remotely at all. And then some groups will have like 4 or 5 people going bonkers crazy with like 10,000 points. And the reason it's at least a little bit interesting is because we do get an Ancient Shard and we get 3 days of XP, which I know sometimes people run out of their XP banners, and it's always nice to keep those things fully lit up, especially when we're heading into a fusion coming up here. And then you also get that 5 Eternal Essence, which is insanely hard to get. It's going to cost about 500 energy to get that 5 Eternal Essence, even if you're able to grind Iron Twins level 15. And I break a lot of this down in the article that I did for the website talking about this tournament, where it is, kind of laying out the how the rewards on the right compare to the offer calculator. It's going to be worth about $6 or $7 if you took everything you get on the right side and you put it into an offer calculator in the context of like how much Plarium would charge if those rewards on the right side were part of a pack that you see in the shop. The offer would probably be about $6 or $7. But then also, where am I getting that the 5 Eternal Essence is worth about 500 energy? Well, I talk about that down here, where you can go to the Iron Twins drop rate analysis. And what this is going to show is that over here, if you look at this second part of the chart, you've got energy per Eternal Essence, 125 for your affinity stages, and then 62.5 for your void stages. Now, this is level 15, by the way. This is the highest level of the Iron Twins. Now, since the void one is way better, but it's also a lot more rare than the affinity dungeons, most days you're running the Iron Twins, it's going to be Magic, Spirit, or Force. Well, what that means is that the number is going to skew towards 100 a lot more than it skews towards 62.5. So I'm loosely saying it's about 100 energy per Eternal Essence that you get on your account to manage your blessing type mechanics and awakenings. And that means we can almost kind of look at that top reward as being better than 500 energy, which, because you don't even have to do the runs on Iron Twins, you can kind of spend those runs on something else and save the time and all of that. So really a pretty decent reward. It's probably not quite as good as like a Void Shard. Let me pull up the offer calculator here. And if we put in, let's call this like 500 energy, yeah, $1.88, and let's put in a Void Shard 250. So yeah, it's not quite as good as like a Void Shard. I'm sure if you ask the player base, like, would you rather have a Void Shard or 500 energy? Most people would probably say a Void Shard. So I would say this tournament is not like super amazing. There isn't awesome rewards here, but you could also win extra rewards here with charms and gear and an extra shard here on the left. And since we don't really have anything that we can super rush to spend our money on or spend our energy on right now, because you see how Plarium has me trained. Spend your money is just like, it's just right there. It's just ingrained in me. It just rattles off. But anyway, since we don't really have something to spend our energy on today until the Razer Fusion goes live tomorrow, then I could kind of see it making sense if you could put together a decent team to get after the Fire Knight. And then also some of the champions that I expect to be popular in this tournament, if you're looking for just some ideas for your account to try and put together a good team, is going to be Prince Kaimar, Krutraxa, Duchess, Allure, Sify, Mashaled, Ghostborn, Lydia, Blind Seer, Foey, Coldheart, and Painkeeper. So we do have 2 different of the reset champions that are super popular for events like this, with Kaimar and Painkeeper, so I expect them to be exceedingly popular. I think I just kind of threw together a lazy team that I plan on running kind of the rest of the day and tonight before the Fusion, and my team was taking like 2 minutes or whatever. I just kind of threw in Lydia and Allure and dropped it to stage 20, and I'm just kind of getting whatever gear I can get as a bonus and making sure to scoop up the Ancient Shard and the XP banner and all that on the right side, because I wasted about 1 year worth of XP banners, which is a funny video that I did here on the channel. So I actually do value that more than your average player. So I am going to be trying to scoop up those rewards here on the right side over the course of the next kind of 12 hours heading into tonight. And it is also worth noting that the current iteration of this Fire Knight tournament is going to be double dipping with a Drop Fever 2X event for the immunity set. Now, the immunity set is okay. You'll see here on the tier list, it kind of grades out like right in the middle. It's not God tier. It's not trash. It just kind of is what it is. It has a very carved out role in the game, and it can be very impactful in certain situations, and it can also be very trash in certain situations. So it's kind of like the definition of just a middling set. And, you know, ever since the Untouchable set came out in the Doom Tower with the Scarab, the immunity set kind of dropped down a little bit, and the Untouchable set is ranked a little bit higher up here, as you can see. And it's really popular in all sorts of different PvP builds where you need that debuff immunity heading into a battle. So some of you are going to like the fact that there is a boosted immunity set chance, and some of you are going to be like, I don't really need that set right now. So it's just going to kind of depend on each person. But what I'm doing personally is just dropping it down to stage 20 and threw together a random team here with Blind Seer, with all the multi-hitters and everything, Mithrawa for support, Lydia for break and defense, Coldheart, Allure, all of that. I could definitely min-max and throw together a better team with resetting and everything, but it was clearing stage 20 in like 2 minutes, and I was like, good enough. I'm just going to kind of run that and let it farm for today and heading into tonight. So I didn't feel the need to really min-max my team just to get 1,800 tournament points. But let me know what team you're running down below. It's always interesting to see the different concepts that you're going with, and if any of you thought it was worth the effort of min-maxing and really getting a team together. I didn't want to have to like move gear around or do anything crazy or set any custom AIs. I literally just threw these champions in the way they are, and I'm going to let it run. I'm going to scoop up my 1,800, my shard, my 3 days of XP, and my 5 eternal essence, and then I'm going to call it a day, and I'm going to move on into the Razer Fusion starting tomorrow. Oh my goodness, I don't want to jinx it, but I've been recording for a little bit here, and I did a whole video, and my PC hasn't hard crashed yet, and I've been using my new camera. So hey, maybe, knock on wood here, maybe we're stepping in the right direction. I don't know. I'm gonna have to continue to monitor stuff. And thank you to all of you that left comments trying to help me out with some ideas on some things to consider here while trying to troubleshoot and do some tech support with getting my new camera to work and my PC to stop blue screen of deathing. But yeah, anyway, that'll do it for me on this one. Remember to subscribe on your way out if you enjoy daily Raid Shadow Legends content, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace.